Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another episode of GLU. That is Groove Asia Leaders Unite. And we're going to be talking about branding today. And we're on a whole series of building a solid foundation. Now, we have talked about having a clear vision. We've talked about the blueprint and digital entrepreneurship, niche building or discovering your niche, and also some other things. But if you want to go ahead and you can look through the Groove Asia YouTube channel on building a solid foundation. For our previous GLUs, you can find the other videos and the topics we've been discussing. But today we're going to be talking about branding, like I said. And before I get started, if you are here live, put in the hashtag live. And if you're here on the replay, put in hashtag replay. And so love that everyone is here. Tyra's here, and greetings. Yes, greetings. Tyra's here in the United States. So, hello, Tyra. And she is live, always live. Love the support. Also, Dr. Lisa, who's also here from Maryland. Awesome, awesome. And if anybody else want to join, just come on in. We're going to be learning about a lot of cool stuff about branding, which is very, very important here when you are building a solid foundation for your business. So, what is branding? Branding is more than just your logo or a color scheme. Definitely more than that. What branding is understand what branding is and what it truly means. It is an overall perception of your audience, their perception that they have on your business. Now, why is this important? Because it establishes trust, credibility, and it helps you stand out, and it sets the tone for your business identity. So you could be selling the same thing as someone else, but it's your branding that helps differentiate you from everyone else. Okay? And that's what took me a while to discover. People selling the same things, but it's coming off different because of the branding. Now, branding involves some of the components is that it involves several key components. First is your visual elements, your logo, your colors, your topography, those like your fonts and stuff, and how you do that. And is consistency across all the platforms is definitely crucial for your brand recognition. So you want to when you're going doing your social media, you want to look the same. Well, yeah, because you want people to identify. Let me make this a little smaller because I'm getting a little glare here. There we go. Okay, so it's definitely be consistent. Like I've said before in some of the other topics, we don't want schizophrenia kind of marketing messages. We don't want that. We want consistency throughout all of our marketing materials. All right, consistency. So when it comes to your messaging and your voice, you want to be consistent. Now, how you communicate defines your brand personality. And don't forget about your values and your mission. We have talked about that when we was talking about our blueprint and building out your business. You need to establish your values, your vision, so you can align with other people who share those same values. And your audience, your customers, will gravitate to you because you can share the same values. So you want to be consistent with that. So align your brand with what matters to your audience, to you first and your audience. So you'll get those people that align with you. And of course, the customer experience. Every interaction shapes your brand. Okay. So you want to be consistent on how you deal with your business and your people. All of this is part of branding. You want to be the face that says, when they say it's going to be done at a certain time, and I'm going to get this product that looks just like that picture right there on my monitor, that's what I want. That's what they're all about. When they say that they're going to give me such and such a deal or whatever, it's going to be exactly what they said. You don't want to be that brand where it's like that's the picture, but it when I got it in my box, it looks something totally different. Because that is not being consistent and people are not going to want to deal with you. Okay, third thing you need to do is to build a brand, have a brand strategy. Definitely have a brand strategy. And what's a brand strategy? Okay. Building a strong brand, you need strategy. Now, under with this, and we have gone through some of this before, understanding your target audience by developing buyers' personas. You know, you want to have where you're speaking to just one person, not everybody. I've talked to people who wanted a website done, and you're giving them you're trying to decipher or get who they, you know, who they want to work with, who is their target audience, and they go, I want to reach people from 15 all the way to 85, and you're like, okay, that's a good amount of people. You want to niche it down. You want to niche it down. Hello, Nancy. Good to see all of you here. And Pauline, she's live too. Awesome. Great. So you want to niche it down. You want to niche it down. You don't want to talk to every single body. You want to build a persona. A persona is just your ideal customer, and write this person down. So anytime you're doing any kind of social media posts or any kind of marketing, you're speaking to that one person. Now, is that one person going to be the only person you're really speaking to? No, other people are going to be able to resonate with that one person. But when it comes to you and your branding and who you're speaking to, speak to that one person. So that's your buyer's persona. Create a buyer's persona. Understand your target audience by developing a buyer persona, that one person, their age, demographics, their education level, what they do during the day, what kind of family they have. Develop one buyer persona and then speak to that one person through all your marketing. Analyze your competitors to identify opportunities to differentiate. We talked about this last week. We're finding, spying on your competitors and finding the gaps in there. Establish a unique selling proposition, the USP, what makes your brand unique. And always ensure consistency across your platforms, from your website to your social media and your emails. You want to be consistent. Now, that is so very important. I know I've said this like quite some time. Hi, John. Glad that you are here with us today. Also, now, building a brand strategy. This is kind of some ways you can do this. Understand your target audience. You know, I've said this over and over again. But it is one of the foundational elements of a successful brand strategy. It's a deep, deep, deep understanding of your target audience. You need to know who they are, what they value, and how your product or services can meet their needs. Okay, how you can meet their needs. Now, take the time to develop that buyer's persona. It's a detailed profile representing your ideal customers, and it has, like I said, it goes beyond the demographics. Think about their goals, their challenges, and what influences their decision making. So, tailor your brand strategy to speak directly to these people. All right, you need to do that. And also, as part of building a brand strategy, do a competitor's analysis. So, in today's competitive landscape, it's crucial to be aware of what others in your industry are doing. So, conduct a thorough competitors analysis to identify gaps and opportunities. And last week, we talked about some of the tools you can use to spy on your competitors. So, go to the one last week. I think we was talking about niche identity. No, we was talking about tech tools last week, so go to the week before that. And all of these are also on the website, on the YouTube channel. So just go find those out. Find those out. On finding some tools on how you can spy on your competitors, because it is very crucial. It's crucial to be aware of what your other competitors in your industry are doing. Conduct a thorough competitors analysis to identify gaps and opportunities, what they're doing well, and where they are falling short. Use this information to differentiate your brand. Now, consider the case of Tech Gurus. It's Tech Gurus Inc. Okay. It's a startup in the tech education sector. Now, by analyzing their competitors, they identify a gap in personalized learning. They strategically built their brand around offering tailored learning experiences, setting them apart in a crowded market. Now, who wouldn't want that? Tailored learning, um, tailored learning experiences, something where it is good that you know that it was good for you. It was made for you, customized learning. That's great. So you're not just sitting there and just trying to grab stuff just because someone said it, but if someone understood how you learn, how you take in information, if it's a visual, is it something you got to hear? Is it something hands on you got to do? And someone was making an education platform that spoke to you on how you learn, who wouldn't join that? That would be great. Awesome strategy. Yes, very awesome strategy. Tailored learning. I like that. Definitely like that. So that's your finding out your competitors' analysis, and also as part of the branding strategy, your unique selling proposition. Now, your unique selling proposition is the secret sauce. It's the secret sauce that makes your brand stand out. What sets you apart from your competition? Why should customers choose you? Communicate this clearly in your branding. Clearly. For example, EcoFurnish. EcoFurnish is an eco-friendly furniture company. They built their brand around sustainability. Now, their USP wasn't just selling furniture, it was about making a positive impact on the environment. And just imagine everything they can do with that, making a positive impact on the environment. This commitment became a central theme in their brand strategy, attracting environmentally conscious consumers. Now, when they have that as their brand, just think of all the things that they can do with that, all the things that they can monetize, or when things come up about environmental stuff in the news that they could say something about. And while those things are in the news in the top of the charts, as far as being popular in the news, they could put their spin in there too, because that is what they're all about. And they too could get on the front page because it was important and it's popular in the news. That's a good one. Okay. And then lastly, consistency across your platforms. Consistency is key when it comes to branding. Like I was saying before, your audience should have a seamless experience, whether they visit your website, engage on social media, or receive an email. Use the same visuals, messaging, and tone across all your platforms. So when you have your logo, have your logo the same across all your platforms. It'd be easily identifiable. Think of your brand as a story. Each platform is a different chapter. I like that. Each platform is a different chapter, contributing to an overall narrative. Now, when your audience encounters a consistent brand experience, it reinforces their perception of your business. Now, with all of the social media that's out there, I like how it says consider it as a this is information I'm looking up and I'm sharing with you. So I'm giving it to you as I find it. But I do like how it says consider it as a different chapter. Each platform, social media platform, as a different chapter, because social media platforms tailor to speak to different people. They do speak to different people. And if your target audience is not the TikTok, Instagram, then, why be on it? But be on it. Be on it and change, not change the messaging or anything, but just present your messaging on a way that will speak to the people that use that platform. Okay, there you go. That was information, a little thing from on a book I was reading just recently. If you need a book on a good book on branding, Crush It is really good. Or Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. That's what I'm reading right now. Okay, so I have some case study examples. Now, let's look at some real world examples. Now, these businesses have nailed their branding. So you can definitely go and look them up too. So this is what we're going to do. We got um, Tech Gurus Inc. Might be saying that wrong. Tech Gurus. That doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth, but now, as mentioned earlier, Tech Gurus Inc. identified a gap in personalized branding and personalized learning within the tech education. They understood their target audience, which are aspiring tech professionals seeking tailored learning experiences. They crafted a brand strategy focused on customization, and this not only helped them stand out in a crowded market, but also created a strong connection with their audience. Tech gurus. Still sounds strange. And then we have the Eco Furnish. Eco Furnish, an eco-friendly furniture company. They strategically built their brand around sustainability. They're committed to using environmental friendly materials and promoting responsible consumption became the core of their brand identity. This not only attracted environmentally conscious consumers, but also positioned them as a leader in the sustainable furniture market, something that they did. So when you first think of one furniture that's sustainable furniture, and people are really into sustainability because we we want to live, we want the planet here for our kids and grandkids and 7 generations on. So we're trying to do our part, at least most of us. All right, and branding in the digital age, because that is the age that we are living in today, the digital age. So let's talk about the role of branding in the digital age. Okay, so in a world dominated by online interactions, let me ask you, for those who are here, how many hours do you spend online? Or do you think you spend online each day? Or if it's reading emails, learning, doing research, put in the chat box how many hours do you spend online each day. I want to see if I'm spending way too much or not enough. Okay, because we are do live in a digital world dominated by online interactions. Now, your digital presence plays a pivotal role in shaping your brand. Now, in today's digital age, your online presence is paramount. Okay, is paramount. Now, leveraging social media platforms to build your brand and engage with your audience authentically. Now, I don't want to say this as beginning entrepreneurs. Yes, it is great to play, your digital presence plays a pivotal role in shaping your brand. But when you're first starting off, don't don't stop and don't be afraid to put yourself out there on social media when you're first starting off. When you're first starting off, you might look like a goofball, but that's okay. That is okay. People get to see the transformation from you being a goofball to you being more professional. And you got to start somewhere. Don't wait for everything to be perfect before you start out on social media, especially when it comes to videos. When you're on videos, don't wait to be perfect. Just throw yourself out there and grow. As you grow, your brand grows, you're going to grow and things are going to get better. Just continually do it. Okay, no one has put anything. Nancy, research 2 hours per day or less than an hour, depends on inspiration. Okay, so Nancy said she does at least 2 hours a day. She's online. That's good. 2 hours is good. I'm on it way too much then. I want it way too much. All right, so we're in a digital age. Your online presence is paramount. And like I say, when you're at just beginning and starting off, don't let being perfect um, keep you from getting online and using these different social media platforms. Inspiration. Depends on inspiration. I got you. Inspiration. All right. So Nancy says she's on there 2 hours a day or less than an hour. Depends on the inspiration. I definitely understand that. Okay. Sounds like me. Computers on 24/7. Yes. I mean, I might always add it 24/7, but yes, it is on. All right. So that's what we're doing in the digital age. And definitely leverage the different social media platforms. And it can be quite daunting. It can be quite daunting on all the different social media platforms that are out there. But manage your online reputation carefully by monitoring and responding to feedback, both positive and negative, because it shows that you are engaged with your audience. And a lot of people be blown away knowing that are talking to the head person in charge of the company, and it will garner, I think, more respect. Respect. It's like, oh my goodness, the head person talked to me or spent the time to talk to me because they know that you're busy. So your social media is a powerful tool for brand building. It's not just about having a presence. It's about engaging authentically with your audience. Because if you're not being authentic or genuine, they will notice it. Your clients, your customers are going to notice it and you're going to be busted out sooner or later. All right. So be authentic, be yourself, be genuine. Share your brand story, interact with your followers, and use these platforms to humanize your brand. Like there is a real person behind all of this. I have I actually have a daughter who has a clothing brand, and she does all the marketing, all the customer service, all the developing, all of the creation. I'm just like, girl, you do a lot. You need a team. But when her customers DM her or call her, she's the one that's answering the phone. And I'm just like, you go, girl, because I don't know. That's a lot. But she has a lot of respect in her niche. She really does. So platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter offer unique opportunities to showcase the personality behind your brand. So use them strategically to connect with your audience on a personal level. Like I say, with those different platforms speak to different audiences. So just not switch your message. Just tailor your message that will speak to the people who utilizes those platforms. Okay, so don't change your mission or your vision, but just how you're going to address those people on those platforms. Yes, my daughter has it going on. I'm trying to get to her level. All right. So also, while you're on those platforms, you have some online reputation management that you need to do. So your brand reputation is constantly shaped by what's being said about it online. Okay. So monitor your online presence and actively manage your reputation. Respond to feedback, both positive and negative, in a timely and constructive manner. Right? Timely and constructive. Because when you start rising up or you're doing something against what everybody else think you should be doing, you're going to have some haters. But that always remember that they don't have to be there. They're on your platform, and crows always fight over the best corn. That's some saying that I've heard of, but that's so true. I mean, they talking about you, and that's kind of like flattery, complimentary, if someone's talking about you. And if no one's talking about you, you haven't done enough anyway. All right. So tools like social media monitoring platforms and online reviews play a crucial role in understanding how your brand is perceived. So use this feedback to make informed decisions and continuously improve your brand image. Continuously improve. When you're starting off, things might not look like you want them to look or be like you want them to look, but people will see your growth from how like I said, at the beginning, you looking like a goofball. It's okay. Nobody, no one's like up in your face right now until you get to at a place where you envision yourself. And when you get to that place where you envision yourself, you're going to have a whole support group behind you anyway, who's going to stand up for you because they love you and your brand so much because they have seen your transformation. Practice, practice, practice. Practice being a better brand. And as you develop and your brand develop, your business will develop and your business will also develop. All right, so those are the things that I have today as branding yourself. So the key components is, we find out what a brand is, some of the components of the brand, which is your visual elements, your messaging and your voice, values and mission, your customer experience, building your brand strategy, which includes defining your target audience, your competitors' analysis, your unique selling proposition, that's USP, your USP, and being consistent across your platforms, going through two case studies, and branding in your digital age, your social media presence is very important for you, and monitoring your online reputation management, also equally important on how you do these things. So that is we're winding up almost on our building a solid foundation, business foundation. We are winding that up, and we're going to be moving on to the next thing. Okay, that looks better. Moving on to the next thing, and as soon as I find out what that is, I will tell you. But most likely that will be on our next go round. Well, I'm so glad that you guys are here with me today with the Groove Asia GLU. Now, Groove Asia does have a lot of awesome things that are coming up, so I want to share some of those with you. So let me share my screen so you know what's happening. Now, even though we are celebrating, we're in the middle of Chinese New Year. We're in the middle of Chinese New Year, but that doesn't stop us at all. This is what we have going on right now. So starting next week, let me show you where these are. And you can go to our grooveasia.cm/events. But what's more, where you can get all of the information on everything that's going on, go to grooveasia.cm/resources. That's grooveasia.cm/resources. And starting on Monday, well, this is Kuala Lumpur. This calendar is based, time period is in Malaysia. So starting on Tuesday is our 5-day challenge. Now, this is if you're in Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, it's going to start on Tuesday at 6 a.m. If you're here in the United States, East Coast United States, it's going to start on Monday. It's going to start on Monday at 5 p.m. Go to click on this, click on the date, get to the registration page so it can give you more detailed information and register. Register. If you click on each date, it will tell you what we're going to be reviewing on that day. Okay, so day one, navigating Groove Mail Essentials. And click on each day. You can find out the outline or the topic, the subject for that day. Another thing I wanted to direct your attention to is the e-commerce workshop that Peter's doing. Now, Peter's been doing some super awesome things on his GLU, which comes uh, on Thursdays, and this is Kuala Lumpur time at 11:30 a.m. about e-commerce and using Groove Cart. But he's going to be doing a full-blown workshop, a whole day workshop starting at 6 a.m. on Thursday. If you're here in the East Coast United States, it's going to be at 5 p.m. EST. And if you want to get a store going on, get a store up and running, come register to the e-commerce workshop. So those two things started coming up, the 5-day challenge and the e-commerce workshop. And then we have some other things coming up that I will share with you next week. But you can always check the calendar and find out for yourself. All right. Well, that ends it for today. Let me cut that off. That ends it for today. So glad that you are here with me to share this information about building a solid foundation in your digital business. And we're going to keep moving on with these kind of information and inspiration. I hope this is helping you guys on what you're doing and what you're trying to do. I'm getting this information definitely for you. So I appreciate you, and I will see you next time, next week. Same channel, definitely on time. And until next time, bye bye.
Hi, this is Simon Liang with GrooveAsia.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with live sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at GrooveAsia.cm.